as I mentioned, the last administration moving cattle, doing everything they could to basically eviscerate the cattle industry, whether that was through grazing allotments or climate change, hoax, craziness, whatever it was. On top of that, you have the droughts. Even in Nebraska, the fire they just had was in rural Nebraska, biggest fire in Nebraska history, the ninth largest in American history.
Okay, so to recap, the unqualified idiot that this administration has put in charge of all of the programs impacting farmers and ranchers just called climate change a hoax before immediately invoking the record-breaking droughts and wildfires impacting America's farmers and ranchers. What do you think is causing the record-breaking droughts and wildfires, Brooke? Do you think perhaps it could be climate change? Because spoiler alert, the answer is climate change. And okay, this next part of the video, this is for people back home because I grew up in a rural farming area. How much more do these people need to do or say before you realize, before you accept that they do not give a about your well-being? Genuine question. This entire administration has been policy after policy after policy that actively harms rural America, that actively harms farmers and ranchers. Y'all have been declaring bankruptcy and losing the farm and ranch land that has been in your families for generations at record-breaking numbers for the past year and a half. Rural America is losing its hospitals thanks to this administration, which means the next time that you have an accident out on the ranch, out on the farm, you might just bleed to death before you get help. Some of y'all have had to leave entire fields of crops to rot after this administration, which promised y'all they were only going to go after the bad guys, right? They were only going to go after the criminals. Oh wait, no, they weren't. They got rid of your farm hands. So you lost money when your crops rotted in the fields. Do you realize your children are more likely to develop cancer in the future because of the clean air and water protections that this administration has eliminated? I mean, I know in my home state of Oklahoma, this administration is supporting corporate chicken farms like Tyson to be able to dump all of that chicken straight into our waterways. They're supporting policies to make your children drink chicken. How does that not show you? How does that not prove to you that they don't give a about you, that they don't give a about us in rural America? And look, some of y'all may be fully on board with her nonsense of saying that climate change isn't real, but I know that the rest of y'all can see that climate change is real. So ask yourself, why is a cabinet member of this administration continuing to argue that climate change isn't real when perpetuating that bull argument means that more of y'all will have your farms burned to the ground. More of y'all will have to hear the screams of your cattle as the entire herd is consumed by a wildfire too big for you to fight. The answer is that they don't give a about you. So again, I'm not trying to win you over to the other side of the aisle. I'm not asking you to start choosing Democrats. I'm asking you to start choosing yourself, to start choosing your children, to start choosing your family's well-being, because you deserve better than this. Every single one of us in rural America deserves better than this.